why so many things are actually easy to do, but people chose not to do. So during COVID lockdown time, I actually started reading books. I was never, ever a book reader, and I hate reading. But somehow, because of lockdown, that we're all stay home, we have so much time that we need to fulfill, right? To do something. So what I decided to do was start reading book. And this was actually in a PDF file form, and it was sent by my real estate brokerage at the time. And the title of the book is called Slide Edge. And basically, it's talking about everything we do, every goals that we have in life is possible to achieve. And the reason being that why so many people can't achieve is they don't know the method. They don't know there's a strategy, there's a system that if you implement, if you apply to your daily life, to your daily habit, and it will be possible to achieve. So basically, the book that's the first book I read for a very, very long time, and it really I would really recommend that anybody who never read it should read it. And I'll put the link in the show note so you guys can check it out. I feel if you have a dream, you want to start a business, or you want to maybe change your life, you want to maybe shift to a different career or whatnot. This is a great book to start. The book talks about easy to do and versus easy not to do, meaning there's activities, there's habit that we automatically know that we should do, but we don't want to do. We procrastinate and we ignore it. And every time, like most of the time, when people have big dreams, they're gonna dream about it. They're gonna envision about it, but they don't actually doing it. And the reason being behind it is because they think it's too much work. It's just too much hassle, and or they don't have time. So this book is telling you if you take a big chunk of dreams or task, and if you slide it down to pieces like a puzzle, or slide into different segments, or which one of you want to call it, but each day, if you do little piece by piece by piece, and over time, compounding effect, right? So over time, you will be able to finish this whole chunk of task, or you will be able to achieve this big dreams of yours, right? But somehow in our school, teacher does not teach us that way, right? Most people go to school and they do have a dream. They know what they want to do when they graduate from school, but they have all this knowledge, all this information, but they don't know how to transform into the actual actions. So I am so grateful that this book somehow came to my email from my brokerage, and this opens my entire door, my entire business mindset, into entrepreneurship mindset. Everything changes. I was so mind-opening after I read this book. In order for you to be successful, disciplines, habits is the key. There's so many things that we want to do. There's maybe parties or something fun that we want to do, but sometimes we just have to learn to say no, discipline ourselves to do the things that we need to do. And that's responsibility. And once you start doing that, you start going to build momentum. And once you build that momentum, you're going to have confidence. You're going to start have drives. Okay. But this won't happen overnight. This is not even probably not going to happen a week or two. And maybe a little bit. Spark will start showing up after a month you're doing consistently for the 30 days period. you start going to show some results, tiny results, then you celebrate a small win. Then that will really, really build your confidence and most importantly, your momentum to make you to keep going. And of course, at first, it's very super uncomfortable. After I read this book, I made up my mind. I decided to wake up every morning around 4 or 5 a.m. and start my morning routine, my morning habit. And that was really hard and uncomfortable in the beginning. But guess what? After 30 days, it's natural, it's normal. So you just have to go over the hump in the very first couple of days, couple of weeks, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes it's even a couple of years, but don't give up. And remember to always celebrate that small win because that will really drive you further.